Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo. He's Brian Leonard. We're going to break down Monday Night Football, San Francisco at St. Louis. Brian, this is going to be your free play. I'm going to set the table for you. San Francisco, back-to-back wins. The public's going to start believing again in the 49ers now that they're back, and they had two very good defensive performances the last 2 weeks. But even with those defensive performances that they had, if you look at the statistics of the game, you would have thought they won by a wider margin. And once again, it goes on the offense. The offense is not scoring points.
No, they're definitely not. And we've talked on videos before how I don't like this San Francisco team. I think they are a little bit overrated. The defense missing some key players. Haven't been dominant this year like they have in the past. And the offense just has not looked good. But the one thing you can look at the last couple of weeks, they're running the football again. It's very similar to Dallas. Dallas last year, there was a lot of times that they just weren't running the football, putting Tony Romo in bad situations. Now the San Francisco's got that confidence up from running the football, and this is one team they can run the football on, because St. Louis is a team, came into the season, very good defense. Once Long got hurt, they've been a sieve defensively. They cannot stop the run. They're very bad defensively. And you've got a San Francisco team that now is starting to believe in themselves, getting back to the run. I think they're going to have a big running day. That takes the pressure off of Colin Kaepernick and makes San Francisco a better offense, more similar to what they've been in the past.
Well, to add to what you're saying about St. Louis and the way they can't stop the run, their best defensive performance this year against the run, ironically, was against a team that runs the ball pretty good, but because of the game situation, they had to get away from the run because they were down 21 points, and that was against Dallas. Mm-hmm. But Dallas still rushed for 123 yards, and they were throwing the football to get back in the game. They were down 21-0. But listen to these other numbers. Minnesota rushed for 186 yards. Tampa Bay, who is absolutely putrid this year, 157 on the ground. 123 to Dallas, and then last week against Philadelphia, 145 on the ground. They can't stop anybody, and that does play right into San Francisco's hands. Now, this is one of those ones where you're sitting with the number at 3.5 right now. We're seeing a little bit of movement that it might get to 3 because there's some 3 minus 125s, and that's basically still 3.5
range, right?
But one thing I will say, does history repeat itself? Last year, St. Louis was in a Monday night game in a similar situation, home dog against a powerhouse, but they were getting a lot more points in that game, and that was against Seattle. And they covered the game easily, but it was right down to the final possession. They were inside the 10-yard line at the end of the game. I think the final score was 14-9 or something in that one. They could have pulled the upset on Monday Night Football.
Well, I do want to point out first that the putrid Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers outright on the road, our best play 2 weeks ago.
I was on it. I'm not a homer. When there was money involved, I was on Tampa.
Well, me being from Cleveland, you being from Pittsburgh, any chance I get to badmouth the Steelers, I'm going to do it. But
I'll take you to see those Super Bowl trophies because I know you've never seen one close up. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'll take you to a salad bar because I know you've never seen one close up.
Pot calling kettle black.
Anyway, St. Louis at home as a home dog, divisional home dogs, a lot of people will be looking to play that. You talked about you think people are believing in San Francisco. I think people will look to play that divisional home dog. And plus, you've got Fisher, who's been an excellent dog throughout his career. I don't think he's been the same underdog coach the last few years as he has been in the past. His records in the past were excellent. I don't think he has the teams to do it this year. But I got to admit, Davis is the backup quarterback. It's been pretty impressive for St. Louis.
He's been quite a surprise. He's putting up great numbers, and this is going to be an interesting game. This is your free play. You're saying go ahead, take San Francisco in this one. I would think definitely if this gets to 3, you'd feel much better about it. Personally, I don't think there's going to be enough money to get it to 3. The public so far, and it's early in the week, but the number of bets, they're 79% on San Francisco so far. If it does get to 3 with that many people betting San Francisco and it still gets to 3, you'd have to respect that there's a lot of sharp money on St. Louis.
Yeah, we find that a lot where you have the general bettors coming in playing one side and the big bettors coming in and playing the other. Obviously, I haven't played it yet at 3.5 because I think it's going to get down to 3. But it all comes down to the running game. I mean, San Francisco is now running the football well, and they're playing a team that can't stop the run. Simple situation for me. I know St. Louis has matched up pretty well in the past when they've had pretty good teams against San Francisco, although the Niners, I believe, won both games against them last year.
All right, guys, that wraps it up. I want to tell you, Monday Night Football, Tuesday, we got a special thing going at wagertalk.com. Each and every Tuesday, it is going to be $2 Tuesday. What's that mean? We're going to select one of our handicappers, and we're going to give away a best bet on Tuesday for just $2. Great way to introduce yourself to wagertalk.com. And guys, if that promotion sounds a little bit familiar to you and you're wondering why we're not doing it for $1, well, simply, we're twice as good as the other guys.
There you go.
Go ahead and check it out. Wagertalk.com. Every Tuesday, $2 Tuesday, pick your capper. We pick the capper. You get his best bet for $2. All right, that's it. Wraps it up for this week. Guys, good luck this week. I want to thank Brian Leonard once again for coming into studio and breaking these games down with me. I'm Marco D'Angelo. We'll talk to you next week.